been thinking about an idea that I think is really, really important as it relates to practicing solution-focused brief therapy, and and having lots of conversations with colleagues and peers about it. See, when you learn this approach, it's really easy and really tempting to emulate certain people in the way that they practice solution-focused brief therapy. But the truth is, there is no real way, there's no one way to practice solution-focused brief therapy correctly. But there is definitely a way to practice solution-focused brief therapy incorrectly, and that is to not be yourself. As you use the questions and this approach in your sessions, you've got to do so being yourself. That's why studying and watching tapes and doing practice exercises is so important, because I want you to become so fluent in this approach that you just do the solution-focused part naturally, and then all you have to do is go into session and be who you naturally are. I think the temptation becomes so strong that you almost fight your own urges, intuition in the session, and end up getting stuck. And then you start thinking that solution-focused brief therapy is not working, or you start thinking that, you know, the miracle question or scaling question doesn't work, or you start thinking that the clients don't enjoy answering them. The truth is, you've just got to be yourself in your practice. I want everybody who watches me to doing solution-focused brief therapy to know that I'm just being Elliot. I ask people these questions because that's what I do. I was lecturing today at a university, and somebody in the audience asked me, what are my favorite clients? And to be honest with you, I can't answer that. I enjoy all clients. I'm someone who is forever fascinated by people and their stories and how they came to be the people that they are. So I can't help it. When a client comes in my office, I'm fascinated by their story, by their resilience, by their strength, and how they came to be the people that they are. And there's this kind of idea, there's this rule, there's this thought. People for whom we are fascinated by and people for whom we admire, we have a natural tendency to ask them questions. And people we are concerned about, worried about, and not fascinated by, we have a natural tendency to want to give them advice. So when a client is sitting in front of me, I'm so amazed, even when they tell me the most difficult story and that they've been dealing with the most difficult problem forever, I can't help but be amazed by them. And my brain tells me, how have you gotten through life carrying that story and that problem with you? In spite of that problem, how have you managed to get a job and get a wife and all of the positive things going on in your life? So I tend to ask people questions about those things, because that's who Elliot is. That's who I am. I'm not trying to do solution-focused brief therapy. I'm just using solution-focused brief therapy questions to be who I naturally am. So as you study the solution-focused approach, or whatever approach you might go off and do, just remember to be who you are and let the therapy approach be the vehicle in the session that you use to be yourself, but always be yourself.